Hey everyone, Strangers103 here, finally with some content. If you're wondering about the audio quality, if there's any echo or anything like that, I know the acoustics in my room are absolutely horrible. It's a pretty small room overall, so that's basically the problem. I'm eventually going to get some wall carpets, hang them up, and that should help alleviate the issue, but not now. Anyways, I wanted to show you guys this game I had in the Alabama ST. Unfortunately, I do not have the post-battle result screens because I didn't bother saving them, but as you can see, Aaron in front of me, this was in fact the game played on his live stream, well, in this case, yesterday. Well, what's been going on? Well, moving, new place, so, well, that's why acoustics are horrible, and I haven't really streamed. Did do one quick short player unknown battleground stream, which seemed to have gone quite okay, but hey, meh, whatever. Hopefully I'll get my shit sorted out sometime soon, so, well, more content, more streaming, and eventually probably even some ranked gameplay. Anyways, let me actually remind myself to stick back on the camera. This Kutuzov has either really scaredy or he has incoming fire alert, and the moment I sent the shells his way, he's decided he's going to evade them. Good for him, he's not dead. Incoming Bismarck shells, I think, or something shooting at me from the distance. Don't really care too much. At that angle, it's not going to do much. Anyways, I'm moving my ship towards the alpha side of the cap. The in the Prince Eugen is taking a little bit of fire as well. I'm gonna take a pot shot at the Fusou. I'm playing an Alabama SD. I typically tend to say I absolutely hate this thing, so what can I say? Plus, I seem to have PTSD from getting deleted by a Fusou across half the map, so I'm gonna shoot Fusous back. I mean, it's a Fusou. Maybe if the shots flew a little bit higher, there could be the potential for Citadel, although still highly unlikely. Doing a bit of an away turn so I can get a better angle to head back into Alpha, because right now, for the moment, I'm taking some balanced fire from the distance. I mean, it's a Bismarck, and it's not really likely to do too much damage to me, but I still don't want to, you know, take too much of that risk. Not going to spamming HG at me, so it's not really a major problem at all. Really good dispersion there. Unfortunately, they all fall short, so I get one belt deflection. Well, 0 pen damage, but I think it's a deflection of main belt. So, meh, we're off to a pretty bad start overall, bleeding a little bit of, well, like 13,000 health already, without having done anything really important in return, but I'm finally getting into a better position where I can actually start playing the game. So, coming back towards it, the enemy, both teams do actually have a carrier, the TS6s, so I'm not really that worried. That being a Nagato, and Nagato having 25mm of armor absolutely everywhere, I just need to hit 2 pen basically, except if I strike the main belt or bulge. The Akatsuki, the only enemy destroyer, we have 2, gets spotted, so I'm thinking I kind of want to take a pot shot at that. I asked my division mate, like, what is he doing? Is he slowing down? Is he going to do it reverse? Is he going to do what? So we figured he's going to reverse as a throw-off, but he actually doubled up, and he goes forward again after stopping and reversing a little bit. So he kind of outplays us there. Good for him. He still gets blacked by the Turpets, because, well, Turpets is just too close or too fast shells to actually effectively be able to be evaded or thrown off, as long as a Turpets doesn't aim 5 miles in front of him and tries to deliver his 38cm AP shells to the next postcode. But anyways, my game is still looking pretty crap. I'm gonna take a pot shot at this Fusou. I mean, at this kind of range, chances of knocking out a Fusou are pretty damn low. So right now, this is shaping up to be a typical Alabama SD game. Absolutely horrendous. Guns don't do jack. Your armor's not really that good, and it's just overall boring. So, heh, there you go. Did get an okay salvo on him, so it's nothing to really complain about. It's kind of what you'd expect. Well, you don't really expect even that much. You'd say 5k is what you really expect against a Fusou at that kind of range. Anyways, we see this guy who is basically, for all intents and purposes, like really slow going forwards. Aaron's like, can the enemy team just surrender already? And you can see they're all blobbing up into Charlie, which on its own from north side isn't too bad, but we've got a lot of force down there as well. Pick up another 5,500 off that enemy Fusou in the distance, but for now he's not really my priority. My priority, and our Gnevny pushing over north, is just to try to cut off and see what the enemies on alpha side are up to, try to kill them off. They don't really have any sustain here. I mean, we've got a tier 8 division rolling up against the Atacon of Fiji, plus 1 battleship, and a Gnevny behind them to keep them spotted if the Fiji decides to try to smoke and run. Enemy fighters are near Bravo. I'm not really caring too much about them. They're independence planes. Plus, they're, you know, like 8 kilometers away, so I think it's actually just barely within range for my dual purpose to occasionally have a pot at them. Do pick up an okay salvo on the Fiji, don't manage to delete them. Fiji has really low citadels, so it's been unfortunate, but he's messed up his smoke. Even if he does turn behind to stay behind the smoke, that's the thing about the Gnevny being there, the Gnevny will keep him spotted, which is bad news for the Fiji. Not to mention that I think Strefs has a plane circling, so again, this Fiji probably isn't getting away. And as you know the game, killing shots to Citadel. Anyways, the enemy carrier seems to be very interested in running out of planes, so I will definitely take that. Focusing on the dive bombers for the moment. Seeing the torpedoes coming in from the front, I kind of want to shoot. Haven't yet decided how I want to evade these. I've now decided to swap to the torpedo bombers, and I'm going to just stop and drop my ship here to make sure that I don't actually end up taking a torpedo on the bow. In hindsight, I should have taken the torp on the bow and flooded, because that would have let me actually get myself another unsinkable, but hey, hindsight's 2020, right? And of course, at this point, the game is not yet really... Well, it's won. The probability of us losing this game is pretty damn low. But I still want to have my ship in reasonable repair to actually get in and, you know, get more damage. I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of what I want, right? I mean, I'm a tier 8 battleship in a tier 8 game. I want damage. Anyways, I knew I was turning in, and I knew if turning in there to get a shot on the Fusou would have put me in risk of colliding with the island. So I bled a little bit of speed down to half just to make sure I can get the shot off and then turn away. And that goes the vast majority of their pudding, which is basically where my RNG starts turning around. I'm going to spoil it for you guys. A devastating strike, of course, that's not something you really expect. Definitely not with an Alabama ST at that kind of Alabama overall. At that kind of range. With the Amagi, maybe. With the Fusou, dodgy. But Alabama, improbable. But yeah, that dispersion. And that's basically where we've pretty much confirmed that, yeah, my RNG is kind of turning around. I do see this broadside Fusou over here, and I'm like, PTSD! Must schussen! Trying to line up a shot, but he vanishes, and then he reappears as I turn around to the Nagato. I'm like, fuck Fusous. I hate Fusous, although I like playing them, but that's a really, really dodgy shot I'm taking. He's going to be able to accelerate far enough out of that. He's not that far, well, he's not that close to me, so 18.5 kilometer shot, so my shells flying through the air don't really have the travel time to be able to actually line up his citadel properly, but I still do pick up some more light damage. So I finally managed to break the 100k damage mark 8 minutes into the game, so that's not, you know, this is shaping up to be quite an okay Alabama game. Anyways, looking for more targets. I think the Nürnberg's kind of semi-interesting, but then he decides to turn away, and then the Kutuzov is kind of angled, and Alabama doesn't really have that good dispersion, so I'm just thinking maybe I should actually turn around and just help Strefs off the battleships in our faces. Everyone's headed towards Bravo, so that cap is basically secured, and the enemy carrier seems even more interested in throwing more planes to us, so I will definitely take that free experience. Hopefully my anti-aircraft can, well, have a field day on these planes, and they definitely did. 4 of them shot down. More torpedo bombers seem to be circling around, and the Gnevny that was chasing the carrier has now gotten himself dive bombed to death. So, well played to that Gnevny. You completely fucked that up. Not that it matters. The enemy destroyer died very early in the game, so the enemy, well, they were basically screwed anyway, so that Gnevny didn't really matter. The enemy carrier couldn't attack me anyways, because, hey, I'm in an AA spec Alabama, so good luck, have fun to you, sir. And now, I know that there's stuff down further on Charlie, so I want to angle around so I can keep my bow pointing towards Charlie. And there you go, HE shells inbound. I don't really care too much, but I just need to make sure that the North Carolina does not get a complete flat broadside on me. At that range, he would still be able to citadel me, which is something I don't really want. So, I'm just going to kind of sail down the middle between them. Nagato, with 41 centimeter cannon, can actually do something. Pretty meek shot on the Nagato. He was under lead over the island anyways, so I deflect off his main battery turret face. But the way it is right now, we basically just need to try to push down the Fusou Nagato group in front of us, which is kind of what I want. And right now I'm seeing that this Fusou wants to give me an upskirt. Yep, that definitely looks like an upskirt from the Fusou. So remember, with Fusous, you need to shoot the engineering. The center area is where there's actually flat belt broadside on Citadel. And And that's exactly where my shells go, right into the Citadel. So that Fusou got completely fucked. Serves the Fusou's right for having deleted my Alabama in the past, so PTSD, I guess. And now I'm feeling confident enough to make a hard turn just to keep my front turrets on the Nagato, send one salvo on that Nagato and ignore what's behind me. If the guys behind me want to shoot me, so be it. I don't care, it's still long enough range that it's not really going to do too much. And that's dispersion, man. That's just US dispersion for you right there. US dispersion, mate. Anyways, the enemy Fusou over there is not really interested in me, and we've knocked the Nagato down enough health that I'm just feeling confident that Stress should be able to handle that. I mean, Prince Eugen not the world's best, but Nagato doesn't have any HE resistances whatsoever. Focusing the torpedo bombers, because that's the priority plane to knock out here. I'm not aiming at the North Carolina, I am in fact aiming at Fusou, because hey, PTSD. Shut down all the torpedo bombers, and the enemy fighters are now just circling around the Nagato. Kind of... I guess you can say it's a bit of a greedy thingy misplay for me off on this end. I should have focused down this Nagato, but I want to move my ship down south, so now I'm just going to do a turret management game while focusing on killing the dive bombers. We do have the level 8 mouse here who's also interested in shooting at the Nagato as well, so not too bad of a position if you want overall here. Just going to keep my rear turret on this Nagato while turning my ship and keeping my front guns trying to point them towards the south where the rest of the enemy team is. There you go. Now that my rear turrets are pointing over again, finally I can actually maintain front turret direction. So again, going for the green shot on the Nagato and the Fusou, seeing if I can't pick both of them up, but unfortunately I do not get the Nagato kill despite by being broadside on, so even if I do blow up the Fusou right now, I'm not going to be able to get the double strike off the Nagato, so unfortunate for me, but hey, whatever. Nagato is actually healing up right now, and as I pick up my 4th kill on the other Fusou, PTSD, hey, I like it, I guess. And now I'm just like, okay, I just need to hit this Nagato on the upper deck, and he will go kaboom, because he's burning, and by the time my shells get there, there you go. We've successfully stolen our way to a Kraken, enemy battleship fucked. That's basically it for this game for me. I'm not going to be able to pick up any more damage, because the North Carolina ceases to exist, and, well, Indy's out of range, and the Nürnberg's out of range. Unfortunately, I don't have the post-battle result screens like I said, so, well, rip. But as you can see, 186,877 damage. This being an Alabama SD, it's a premium ship, so I do get pretty good, really good credits. And unfortunately, I actually forgot my pop-up flag, so I only end up with like 2,003 XP off this game. So I'm actually in, if you can see the ship, I'm actually in full tryhard setup. You can see this is a competitive spec Alabama right now. Never gonna ever try that again because it's absolutely horrible. I hate it. So yeah, but anyways, that's it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed this replay cast, and well, I get you guys a beauty shot of that hentai camo, right? Anyways, take care, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.